Hey everyone, Anthony from AnthonyVerdone.com. January 6th after the close, 2015 market update. S&P 500 fills our gap as talked about yesterday in our market video. So we did get that little fallback here. We came all the way down, broke under 2,000, came back and rallied off of our trend line that I told you to watch for a bounce if price were to come and fill this lower gap, in which we saw. We came back, we tried to get back over the 2018-20 area, 2020 area. We could not. We sold back off into the close. I do have another pattern in play here, another falling wedge pattern that could have price attempt to rally to the 2020 area again. I do not see anything in this market at this point that is getting me overly bullish or overly bearish. We only hold one position on the downside, and that's the BIS. And we saw, let's get into that chart real quick here and take a look at the BIS. What we were paying attention to is any move over the top of the consolidation, which we saw. We had already been long this stock, and now we're seeing a move higher. I do anticipate with any market weakness that we're going to get the BIS up to the $50 area and potentially, or at least a $49 area with the potential for 50 to 53. So it's something I'm watching. If you go into the IBB and we pay attention to what's going on here, you notice on the daily what I talked about yesterday is that we made a lower low, came up and made a lower high. Now until price can get back above the 310.50, 311 area, I'm going to keep my BIS position, and anything, any strengths in the IBB here over this area is where I would take my BIS off the table. Just a quick review here. Let's get into Extreme Networks. Extreme Networks had a nice reversal today. Came out, probably took some stops out, and now we're going to look higher. I'm going to let this sit for a while like I talked about, but nice little hammer candle here, decent volume. Stochastics not oversold on the day. RSI, I'm sorry, not overbought. RSI not overbought. We look pretty good here. I just want to get price over the 10 and 20 SMA. So for now, we're just going to sit tight and watch this play out. If we get into rocks, we got our entry today. I was able to get some at 146, 145, 147. Picked up a bunch there, and what I'm looking for here is there's still a potential that we have more downside in rocks. But in case this thing wanted to head back to the 160 area, I wanted to make sure that we grabbed our entry right near the lows of the day, which we were successfully able to do. My last fill was down there at that 145 area, which was the low of the day. As I talked about yesterday on the 5-minute chart, we have, and we still have more gaps down here, guys. So it's nothing here. I see that rocks is going to stay stable, and once it, if any kind of price explosion does happen, I do not expect price to stay up. You have another gap down here that was created today, and there's still this is the gap that we talked about yesterday, and there's still another a little price action down here at the 140 area. So I'm just playing this simply back up to the 160 area, and even if I don't get it 155, 156, I'll take it off the table. So looking just for a quick snapback if the market's up tomorrow. We go into Builder. We saw the sell-off happen. I told you I'm looking to start my position roughly around the $6 mark. So we'll sit tight here and continue to monitor this position. I do have an alert line set here at 606. We'll see. We'll revisit it once it's triggered. VIPS continues to stay strong in the weak market. We did come up and put a spinning candle here, so I'm anticipating a pullback. It's had a nice rip from the 19 area up to 22 relatively quickly, so expect a pullback here and continue to consolidate this position. We'll only start to worry is if we break under the $19 area. VTG broke down at the lows again around the 40-cent area where I said I wanted to add. I'm going to wait to see if I can get 40 or 39, and I'm going to add my other half of my position. I'll have a full 100% position at that time. I just think we're going to see a bounce here. There's a lot of selling, guys, so nothing will go, even though this is basically straight down, nothing will stay straight down, and since we just started buying it here, we were able to avoid this big mess. So let's just wait for our bounce back up and stay patient there and not let our emotions take control. RIC, we were able to take some more off the table. I sent you guys, if you're signed up for my newsletter, you did get the alert that I sold here at 354. I sold another 25%. I hold 25% still long from 315, but based on, let me jump in here to the market vectors gold miners. You can see the RSI in the dailies now getting near 70. The stochastics is overbought. Weekly chart is still destroyed, but you know, with these type of moves, even if it wants to continue higher, we'll still make a little bit more money on RIC. But overall, I don't see this may not be the bottom. I'm not thoroughly convinced this is the bottom. We have a gap down here from the close of 12.16 on the daily. You have another gap down here from the close 11.5, and what I mean that is the close of 11.5 to the open of 11.6. There's a gap. So and that price is coming in on the GDX. That low's coming in at 16.45. So down the road here, you know, we could still continue to rise a little bit, but I'm ultimately looking for gold to continue lower. Let's see what else we have here. I'm trying to make this quick, guys. I got into Naples, Florida, and I've got 2 little kids, and it's kind of tough. I was having some internet connection issues, and just not fun, but able to get everything sorted out and back to be able to make this video for you today. So on Alcoa, 1507, we added at 1501 yesterday. We're up to a half a position, and I'm going to continue to monitor this, and like I says, any dips I will continue to watch for buy points. But the next buy point on probably Alcoa could be another $1 lower depending on the market and earnings here, but I do believe earnings are going to be well and take this chart higher. So let's just sit tight on Alcoa for now. Let's see what else we have here. Some other ones on my radar. Genesis, told you we're not taking this thing long until it can get over that 430 area. It did get over, but it couldn't hold. No point to buy this. The volume wasn't there. RSI is overbought. It's curling down. Gonna crack 70. It's at 67, 78 after today. Stochastics is making a lower high, and this is rolling over to the downside. I just don't see anything in the Genesis here that I want to buy for a trade at this point. More than likely, the only time I will pick up a Genesis again for a trade will be in the 320 area. Let's take a look at UGAS. Destroyed. Nice volume today. Possible reversal candle here off the bottom. I'm going to watch for confirmation of a move over today's high, and I may take this long for a trade up to $5. If I go into the Spider S&P Regional Banking ETF, this is what turned me off while everybody was so bullish in the market, and why I was being safe is these patterns that come into play usually do exactly what this does, and what this did, and that's when everybody was getting bullish here, I knew that it's going to be very difficult for price to break over the top of this trend line, and so I knew without the banks going higher, it was going to be tough for the market to continue higher. Just something I noticed. We did make a higher high relative to the last peak, but we are now making lower lows. So the banking sector is something you know, that we watch to see if it shows any strength, the market can continue. But if it continue higher with the banks following. But if you look down here, guys, we have a gap again from the low of 35.04. We're sitting at 38.17 now, so this gap could come and fill, and then the market sell off most likely might be over at that point. And like I said, I'm looking for the end of January to sometime in February to see a rally in this market. If something changes on the S&P, let's jump back into there. That's my daily. Let me get back into the 60-minute. You know, so still, again, this 2020 area is a lot of resistance here right now. And so I'm really anticipating doing nothing tomorrow at all. I'm just going to sit tight. If something comes my way, I'll alert it out in an email for a buy or a sell. But as of now, I just think some action is going to take place in this area. So so let's sit tight. I hope I did a little bit better on the second market update, but we'll continue to work on it and hopefully improve as time goes on. Thanks for following, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.